Logan was just having trouble spreading the butter.
Okay. And then he's like, I'll be right back. Cut to the kitchen. The butter's fucking cold!
Yeah!
You're all fired! Look at how loud that is, by the way.
Oh my god. That went in my mic.
I want to rank the Succession episodes.
I want to rank
Your balls.
the rank Succession episodes stay on during
Could I rank your body parts?
Yeah.
What's your favorite
Number
part?
1.
The penis!
The Gaia.
The guy at. Number 2. The guy at.
Number 3.
Guy at.
Gaia.
You got to be kidding.
The
Raising me in
Gaia.
Ohio. It got worse.
Got to be.
Bro,
You
I'm
got.
so fucking mad. This is the best step.
For all my audio listeners.
Oh, my audio listeners.
Oh, hell no!
That's so bad. Okay, we haven't even clapped. 3, 2, 1. They got to see. This is one of the rare claps they get to see.
Oh, shoot.
You guys
No,
just
we didn't
witnessed
start
history.
yet.
We have. Look at that damn timer.
Okay.
It's running.
We get a Gaia counter going.
No,
Gaia.
what if we just don't?
Gaia.
I'm not
Gaia.
editing in a
Yeah.
Gyat counter.
Like every time. It's like the fucking
No, but there's like a
CinemaSins
whole-
counter.
There's like a
Yeah,
whole
counter.
animation that comes on the screen. It's like,
Dude, so true. Welcome back to the Squibbly Dibblies podcast.
we scribble, we
I am
dribble.
Sam Patuto. I'm here with
Might
Lance
even giggle.
Fule and Adam Brzozowski.
I'm back from my slumber. I slept through the last one because I was like, me, so boring.
You're
Yeah,
just
that's
schizophrenic.
definitely-
I
that's
bet it was
definitely
really
why.
funny. I bet it was really funny. I just slept through it because, like,
Well, yeah, it was just Sam and I, so of course it was really fun.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, easily.
I gave it a water
don't do
bottle.
this to
You
me.
better respect
Oh,
it.
this is your property. Sorry.
This is literally mine. Anyway, back to Squabblers podcast. I speedrun it.
Welcome to the Squabblers podcast. I'm here with Lance Fule
What
and Adam
if we
Brzozowski.
speed run one of our
Wait,
apps?
like
Dude, so true.
an ad like they do at the end of the ad. This thing, this program,
This may cause cancer and death. And
yeah. That.
Oh my god.
But for the
So,
Squabblers.
yeah, what are we doing today?
are we gonna just jump right into it? I think we can just jump in.
Yeah, let's do it.
You saw the fucking title and thumbnail. It's time for the. You're such a bitch. He grabbed the dice.
The dice.
The ADHD
dice.
dice.
My ADHD.
Dice.
The ADH dice.
It's calling my name.
So yeah, what are we doing today?
Succession app. Woo! Woo!
Yes.
So Adam is actually fully done with Succession.
I am.
And
Finished it.
Sam and I are currently working through it. So we're gonna rank. We finished season 1 very recently.
We did. So it's fresh in our brains.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Fresh in our brains.
Wow. I hope I don't spoil the
And
whole
we are
show.
going to be.
Don't tell us at the end where Logan pulls his massive cock out.
Yo!
Nuts on everyone.
Yo, stop
Blasted.
spoiling.
Who spoiled
Spoilers.
Sorry, Reddit. It was Reddit.
Of course.
Either way, we're going to be ranking all of the episodes.
Every
all
so
of them.
it should go
Every single one.
including season 5 that
No,
doesn't
that
exist and
we-
will never
yeah.
exist.
I love in season 5 where
There's gonna be someone with really shitty like headphones that are like, oh, they're fucking up again, and then it keeps going back. What's happening?
What is wrong with these headphones?
You got this is the worst goddamn thing I've added to this set. If you, all my film stuff is over there, guys.
Yeah, it's him. It's him.
Every short is just the ball
We
blocking our
can't
faces.
do that, please. God damn it. Let's talk about Succession. So we watched episode 1 a while ago, and I wasn't really taking notes. So let's run back what happened to episode 1.
We do have the synopses.
The synopses of Succession.
Synopsis.
Whatever the fuck you want to call it.
All right, read out Ep 1.
Let me get to the Discord real
Hurry
quick.
up.
Hold on. Oh my god, it's in general, right? So, these are all from our good friend, Mr. Brzozowski.
Well, he just copy and pasted it.
I copy and pasted.
Yeah,
my
copy and
IMDb.
pasted it from the internet.
I couldn't tell you what happened in episode 3 or like
It's like
5.
dash Succession, dash Brzozowski.
Yeah.
Okay, so episode 1, media magnate. That's not a
Media
real word.
mogul.
Media mogul. Yeah, sure. We'll go with mogul. Logan Roy shocks his family with a stunning announcement on his 80th birthday. This news shatters his son Kendall. The heir. Fucking shut
Oh my
up. I'm reading my
God.
shit.
Ass.
Are you reading the French version?
Dude, okay, these articles are not grammatically correct.
That's just not true.
The heir apparent who's look, the heir
It's still air. I'm not fucking with you.
the heir apparent who's in the midst of negotiating purchase
Actually, it's
of
hair
digital
apparent.
media. Not cool. Shut up.
Can't get
It's
through
the
this.
intro. I already know what happens. Kendall was
What happens?
supposed to take the reins as CEO
Uh-huh.
of Waystar, the
True,
company that
true.
the Roy family owns. But Logan Roy he pulled a little bait and switch and was like, no, I'm not.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually going to stick around for a few more years.
Fuck you, bitch. That's
Fuck
what
you,
he's saying.
bitch. He
essentially.
literally said, fuck you, bitch.
No,
Essentially.
I thought I remember him saying, "No, you're white."
That is what he
He
said.
did say, well,
Son, I discovered that you were white.
it's ironic because Logan Roy is also white.
Yeah.
Yeah,
how
it's
is
like,
that,
it's like it's a commentary on self-hatred.
Yes,
Dude,
You know?
that's
the-
so
The
deep.
fact
I
that
love
you
Succession.
didn't, the fact that you didn't get that is like
Means you don't hate yourself enough.
No, man, I gotta practice. that.
Stop
I'm
with
sorry.
the fucking dice, please.
All right. Dice
no,
is
not the
away.
self-hate dice. Come on.
It's like, now I'm gonna be pouty for the rest of the
Succession
sucks.
sucks.
Fucking hate Succession.
Ew.
Okay. Episode 1 though.
A little slow. I think it's the worst
Well,
episode. by the way.
There's some memorable moments like Roman
Yeah.
offering the kid $1 million.
That
if he
was
hits the home
fucked
run.
up.
That was
Oh
fucked.
my
Wait, let's talk
God.
about that real quick.
Then Logan
So-
almost,
Yeah. So okay, first I don't think we officially said this, but we're gonna be spoiling
Yeah, I was gonna
every
say
episode in
of
season
season
1.
one.
In season 1.
we should have we're retroactively going back.
I mean,
and
I feel like
warning.
talking about episode 1 isn't that crazy. I think it's fine. to
No,
give
I
like
mean,
a-
it's-
a
No,
little
yeah, it's a
teaser.
basis.
I feel like episode 1 was super dense, which is fine.
it
It's
threw you
just
into
like
it.
it's just there's so much to like know and keep up with, and it was hard.
I think a lot of the times when like movies or shows throw you into it, it's a good thing because it's like a pre-existing world and it feels like it's already
Yeah,
established.
kind of like how Star Wars did it.
Right, but with Succession, it was kind of a lot at once, and it was kind of like, whoa, why are these
Yeah.
people talking like this?
And it made sense, but like especially Greg. I think Greg had to be set up day
Greg is our
dot, or
eyes.
else he'd just kind of be a dick.
Yeah, because
Right,
if
Greg
they
is-
didn't
or
do
like-
that,
or like
no one would
insufferable.
know what the point of this character
Or,
is.
or like I feel like people wouldn't like him if he wasn't like introduced soon.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they really haven't gone into him that much. He hasn't. I mean,
Well,
we
first
see
half.
progression later on
The
as
first
the
half,
season
he-
progresses.
right.
But at least for the first like 5 or 6 eps, it's kind of like
Flat.
Well,
Yeah.
the audience is kind of taking the form of Greg through the first, like he's basically our
I
introduction
guess.
to the family.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
In a way.
that's true. I could see that.
In a way.
I like that. I like that. But it's just a lot.
Yeah.
It's very dense because you have to you
I think-
have to figure out
yeah.
first off, like in the family, like who's adopted, who's not, like where like the loyalties
Yeah.
are.
Inherently, it was going to be dense because that's just how pilots are. It
Yeah.
had to because they had to throw you into
they
it.
have so many ideas that they need
Yeah.
to like get you familiarized with as much as possible.
Right.
Which is fair. It's just a little hard.
Two other shows that I think had better pilots and more simple pilots: Breaking Bad and The Boys.
Breaking Bad.
Two
and The
shows
Boys,
we
yes.
both love.
Yep.
That's true, and those had a lot.
And Succession ended up being my favorite show, but I think it took a little bit longer to find its footing, which is okay.
Yeah,
Like,
it might have been a little hard for me too because I tried to get into Succession a while ago. I watched one episode and then I didn't continue, and then I had to watch episode 1 again because I fucking forgot everything. But because I remembered beats, it might probably slogged on just because I watched the same episode again. That's
Right.
arguably the worst episode. Of the
I
season.
haven't. I didn't watch it
So-
at first, but it definitely felt kind of like a slog, especially because of the language that they use in that
It
show
takes
too.
a while to like keep.
Yeah, when
keep
it comes to like because it's very business
businessy, like
Yeah.
pretentious.
Heavy.
Pretentious. That's the fucking word I was looking
pretentious.
for.
There
Idiot.
you go.
Pretentious.
Oh, there you go.
Pretentious.
it's
Shit.
also like very like well, besides fuck being used every sentence, it's also like they're using like metaphors and
Yeah.
Oh, just like us, we say fuck every.
I
Sentence.
feel like okay. I feel like over swearing is definitely a problem in media, but I don't really feel it. In
No,
Succession
I
that much.
don't think it's a problem. I just think it's something you got to get accustomed to if you're not like used to that.
yeah, I think it's a
Sure,
problem
sure.
in the beginning because you're not used to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess got so engrossed like the language didn't come like natural per se, but it was like I was able to fuck with it, like vibe with it pretty fast. I
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah, there was a vision there,
So,
but overall, it's definitely one of the weaker.
and we'll go
ones.
through. Well, we didn't really go through the plot, so let's just do this real quick. I would say like episode 1, the reason actually that Roy did or Logan Logan.
Hey, you made fun of me for that when we were watching.
Did I?
That I called him Roy or something, and you were like, "Hey, don't
Did
do
I?
that." I think so.
I feel like I
I
made.
don't
maybe
remember
say
that.
I think I made
remember.
fun of you for something else because that's very.
Well, that's very
likely.
common when you make fun of me.
Yes.
So
But no, Logan. I think it was implied or like directly stated that like the reason that he said fuck you for the CEO thing is because he went to his dad's birthday party, not because he didn't, because he did go to his birthday party.
Yeah.
Because fucking Kendall had to choose between going to his dad's like 80th
80th birthday.
80th birthday or going to this really important meeting, and he chose his dad because like
Right.
he's like a sweetheart kind of. I would say.
At least at the beginning, yeah.
At his deepest part of his soul, I think he really
does care about his
family
dad.
and his dad.
He has love for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they all care about
Yeah,
him. In
that's
their
what
own
that's what I
ways.
really like about the show. Like, I feel like it's so easy to be like rich person bad, and there's no complexity. Every character is so fucking deep.
Oh, they
Exactly.
are. Absolutely. Even if they're pieces
even
of
Connor,
Even
which we'll get to.
We'll
get to.
Connor. Well,
He's
we'll
deep
talk
in a
about Connor.
bad way. Like, he's a dick.
Yeah, I
shit. They're
don't
all
like
pieces
Con.
of shit, but they're all people at the end.
Yeah,
of it.
which I think I can appreciate. I actually really like that
absolutely.
because I think it's so bad or like it's so cringe when shows are like this person's good. And they have these good people problems. There's bad people, and they go through things sometimes, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
like,
it's not that black and
It's
white.
not
yeah, it's like
interesting.
Jeff Bezos goes through shit, And I'm not saying he's like, oh, he's such a fucking he's a misunderstood
let's
soul.
not praise him.
But like if Jeff Bezos got hit by a fucking car, it's like I'm not gonna praise his death, and because people definitely would.
Oh, there's so many
easily.
people that would.
And it's I think like when people died in the Titanic. I mean, like not even regarding the kid. Like, I just think that's so weird to be like, yes, billionaires getting crushed by the pressure of the ocean. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
Yeah, no,
You're a goddamn freak.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think that's the major stuff. A lot of setup for a lot of future episodes. Honestly, there's not much to talk about in particular.
No, it's basically just introduction to characters and setup, and there's nothing.
Yeah.
Except Logan has like a heart attack or something,
He has
On the helicopter.
heart hemorrhage or something.
and then he
Oh,
goes to the
yeah.
hospital.
Yes.
That was the end of that,
yeah.
which leads us into episode 2.
Yeah. So
But-
before we do that, where are we ranking this? I think it's fine.
I think
Fine.
I
It
would
was
probably
fine.
put
This
it.
is probably the lowest rated episode, to be honest. So if this starts
There's
fine,
actually one more episode that I'm not really a fan
in the
of.
future, don't tell us
In season 1.
In season 1, really?
Season
Oh,
1.
okay. We'll get to that when we get
Okay.
there.
Yeah. It's
Okay, where the fuck is this one?
Let me pull
Okay.
out the episode 2
Yes.
synopsis.
What is the description?
This one is very simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's really only one main location that's in
Yeah,
the whole
hospital.
episode.
I just thought about it. Production wise, this would be such an
Yeah.
easy, not
Yeah.
easy, but cheap episode. Oh, as a producer,
You've got to look for these ideas, and it's like, wow, they did a whole episode in one location. Let me take that and let me run with that.
Yeah.
Seriously. While Logan is in the hospital, tensions rise when backup plans should be made by the family.
I don't think anything in particular really came out of it. It was just like interesting, like seeing relationship dynamics.
It was. I
yeah.
think this episode was
That's
about.
what I remember, at least.
Really, because episode 1 kind of introduced people, but you really got a sense of who they were in episode 2. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
N-
And plus,
yeah.
the fucking trash talk really came out.
Yes, that's
I could
a
say that.
big thing.
I could say
Shit talk.
freak because we're not in the radio.
Yeah.
My
You could say-
radio brain is turned off. I can say whatever I want.
Oh my god! I do whatever I want.
I say whatever I want.
I do whatever the fuck I want.
Oh,
All right, we're getting off topic.
Anyways, no. So I feel like a big part of this show is definitely the dialogue is so witty. First off,
Absolutely.
I'm Roman. We're gonna get. I am Roman. Okay, you guys aren't gonna get that yet, but when we get to future things, I'm fucking Roman. He's me.
He is you and you are him.
Yes.
me.
Okay, go fuck yourself. I don't know what to tell you.
Um,
But no, it's nothing. I don't remember anything super plot heavy other than the proposal.
Yeah, they were coming up with plan. I mean, it was really just mainly establishing the relationship between Kendall, Roman, and Shiv mainly, and
Yes.
Connor too,
And Willa.
extent.
Willow set up.
Willa was set up.
Let's-
I thought Marsha was kind of set up in this episode.
She was. 'Cause
too.
she showed up more.
She showed up way more.
I'm not gonna lie. I think in the first ep, I thought she was like a maid or something.
Yeah, I didn't
Like-
really know
like
what
a
her
personal maid,
purpose was.
But
Yeah.
it was very clearly that she is the wife of Logan.
Yeah,
You guys
so-
remember more than me. You're gonna have to carry some of these because I watched season 1 in like June, May.
I feel like once we get to the deeper eps, and we can act because I have actual notes on like 9 and 10.
Yeah, I'll remember those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this ep from what I remember didn't really have long-term plot complications. It was
Yeah,
mostly
no.
just other than the proposal from Tom.
There were some really fun moments.
Proposal was the only thing.
Yeah, like when Roman went up to Jerry, and do you remember what he was saying?
He was just like, so they were looking for a replacement, like a temporary CEO, something like
Temp
that.
CEO.
And they didn't want Kendall for I think no one really trusts each other in the
Because
family.
the reason why they didn't want Kendall is because they kind of agreed with what Logan agrees with,
Yeah.
is like Kendall has no killer instinct.
Right. Well, also, everybody kind of secretly wants a piece of it.
Yeah, Roman kind of wants it.
Yeah.
No
Shiv,
one, even though Shiv at
Shiv
this point
says she doesn't want
is
it.
not involved with the business, but she very much wants to be, which we'll find out later on.
I feel like if you're in a business family, who doesn't want to be a fucking CEO?
Right?
you
Yeah.
know?
It's huge. Like Waystar is kind of like on the similar-ish level to like Disney.
Yeah.
In a way where they have like theme parks and
I'd say
different
it's-
I would say
stations and
Disney if
whatnot.
they started falling off.
Yeah.
Because they're currently in the middle of
Wait,
the
but
fall
what they do is kind of so they're like media
Well, I think
entertainment.
It's more equivalent to like, I don't know, like Warner Bros.
maybe.
or something.
maybe,
Because
yeah.
Warner Bros has like media.
They're more
kind of,
producing,
like,
but they have parks too, though. Waystar.
yeah, they do.
I think Disney is
I
fine,
don't
but
know.
it's like a dying Disney.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's fair.
I mean, it's not as like glamorized.
It's
more
definitely
just, like,
corporate.
It's corporate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're not gonna find a fucking Waystar logo in your kid's bedroom. You know?
Right.
It's like,
Right. You know what's funny? I actually want to get like a Waystar Rurico hat.
That would be.
My sister has one. It's so
dude,
dope.
we should matching hats.
Dude,
That'd be
we
so
should.
fun. I'm down.
We should.
Sam, I'm gonna get in on this.
Yeah, I want to get in on
Matching hats.
this.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down. That'd
Hell
be so
yeah.
fun.
Hell yeah.
On the season 4 review, we'll all wear them.
Okay.
Let's do that.
For sure.
That's fucking great. So, and then Tom proposes to Shiv at the fucking hospital where her dad's brain blew
Doesn't
up.
he do it in like a hallway?
It was
Yeah,
in a hallway.
random hallway.
He's like, Shiv, I have to tell you something. I don't know if this is a bad time. And he gets on one knee, and she's like, what the fuck? But then she's like, yes.
Yeah. By the way, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, yes, but what the fuck?
It's cute how like Shiv is trying, like she has like a super serious businesswoman demeanor, but when she's like, I think everyone in the show is low key a softie. And
Oh,
it's it's in some way, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, because at the end of the day, they're all human.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like they all at least have like a little bit of that
Human
human
elements.
Rich people are evil and robots. Like you could easily write a show like
It's
that.
so unrealistic when they have human feelings in the show because evil people are all, like the rich
Right?
people are
They
all
don't feel
evil.
anything.
They don't feel
have-
anything
They don't
whatsoever.
have emotions.
It's
right?
like the Marvel movies where they're just like, I'm gonna blow up this building, just because you could blow up a building.
Oh, you
My
just
fucking water.
Oh shit!
yeah. It's so crazy in season 3 when Kendall goes full evil and he blows up New York.
Yeah, he's just like, I hate New York. Nuclear bomb. I hate
So
Chicago. Nuclear bomb.
Oh my god, so true.
You know what? That episode was so long ago. I feel like people just don't understand the reference.
Yeah,
What-
right?
What do they got against Chicago?
What do you mean the president blew up Chicago? What?
The president of Waystar Roy. Oh
He
my-
has the power.
To
He
nuke
has
Chicago.
the power.
Was Logan the president in the escape room?
Oh,
You better be spelling your fucking armpit, lads.
We'll get there. We'll get to that reference.
Brian Cox is the actor.
That would be so base.
We're behind. We're 20 minutes in. We've talked about 2 episodes.
All right. Episode 2 it kind of stays on the same level as 1 in a way.
I would say,
I would say it's
it may be a bit
little
higher
bit better.
though,
A little bit.
because I like my main thing that I love about the show is the relationships
Yeah.
between all the characters.
For me,
I
It's
feel like
like
it would be
building
a
it.
tier above
season
season 1.
Yeah.
episode 1 is like maybe a 6. Episode 2 is like a 7, I guess.
we put that like right above.
Valid.
Yeah.
I mean,
like,
I can. I don't feel it. You know, we'll do like low here.
okay.
I
Yeah.
think that's fair. Cool. Okay.
Ep 3.
Ep3. Hit us with the thingy.
I don't remember this episode at all.
Oh, here we go.
You will.
We forgot to mention that Kendall becomes temporary CEO and Roman becomes COO.
COO. Yeah, they agree to that. They agree to that. Wait, do they find out about the debt in 2 or 3?
I think it's 3. They find
Beginning
out
of
about the
3?
stocks.
Start of 3. Okay.
Because the synopsis is, as their first act as CEO and COO, Ken and Roman try to dig the company out of a financial mess. Meanwhile, Marcia prevents the family from seeing the recovering Roy.
I don't remember. I remember Kendall and Roman taking over for like a little. There was like a board meeting where they had to.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had to make a decision.
I do remember Marcia like preventing the kids from coming in, and then Shiv goes in, right?
Yeah, Shiv goes in.
Shiv
the
barges
thing-
her
the
way
thing
in,
happens.
and then
We'll get there. We'll get there.
yeah,
That was a good scene, I think. Besides that, I'm totally blanking.
Well, okay.
I
At the
don't know.
beginning, let's talk about the debt first because we brought it up already. The debt, apparent like wow, how much money? Like 5 billion or something.
they are down
Many
tremendously.
multiple
But the main
billions, I
thing it
think.
focuses on is the stock value.
Yeah. So basically, they are billions in debt. And if the stock value goes below like 130 or 120, then the people they're in debt to can legally like ask for their money back now.
In cash,
Right.
fully paid.
They were asking for multiple billions
Yeah.
now. And like, listen, rich people are rich. Billions of dollars, that's not something to fucking play with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
know?
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking crazy. So they're trying to, and then so what's his goddamn name? Kendall. First off, he's like calling these people. He's like swearing and shit.
He's
over-
trying to have that killer Logan Roy instinct.
Yeah, but he's just like he's fucking it up.
It's not
just-
working.
And he ends up making a deal with his friend. What's his fucking name?
Stewie.
Stewie.
Oh, I
What's
love
the deal
Stewie.
exactly? I don't understand that part.
Stewie. Me and
Like-
my
like
sister
maybe-
have this joke that Stewie is the Weeknd because his voice is like exactly the same and he looks just like
Is
him.
it? I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I know every DJ in New York. They're not going to play your shit. I love that.
Why were you in there with the Weeknd?
I love it. Uncut Gems,
Uncut
is,
Gems
so
is
fun.
great.
I need to watch it.
I want to
Please
watch
watch
it
it.
again. I
Um,
really want to watch it again.
What the Safdie brothers are like? They're modern day like Scorsese. Like
Okay.
No, I meant like in terms of style. I didn't mean in terms of quality.
I was gonna say like that's like the most film major thing you could say. Like they're the modern day.
Yeah, no,
No,
I just
no,
meant
I
like
fuck with that.
in
I fuck
terms
with
of like
that.
style, like
fuck with that,
mob
yeah.
intensity. Good Time, their first movie with Robert Pattinson, that's worth checking out too.
Okay.
But Uncut Gems, Adam Sandler's best performance. Seen it like 6 times. It's
That's so
great.
funny.
It's great.
I bet we can watch it sometime.
Yeah.
But wait, fucking.
Actually, there's some parallels between I guess it's mostly like location, but Succession and Uncut Gems.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I think they made a deal with Stewie where they would either like get all the money that they would need to pay off the people or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think
It was
this was
some
the
deal where they had-
episode
they had
that
to give up-
introduced Stewie.
They had to give up some power in some way in order to pay off the debt.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
happened. And the reason the stock dropped was because the fucking CEO.
They were pretty much,
almost
I
died.
think it was pretty much just letting kind of Stewie in,
Yeah.
and Stewie would give them money. Again,
And Stewie's
a
definitely a
lot
super-
of very business heavy stuff.
Stewie is this very like shady guy where he seems like he has the veneer of friendliness,
Yeah.
but like it seems like he's just
He's kind of a
Yeah,
leech.
and him
a
and
little-
Kendall
in a way.
have history because they were friends for a long time, and they used to apparently like do
Do coke.
drugs and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
we should bring up.
Well,
This is
Stewie-
sorry. Fuck, we forgot about this big thing about Kendall. Kendall just like he recovered from a coke addiction
Yeah,
very recently.
Kendall's in rehab at the
He was in
moment.
rehab.
He was a
I think
very
he
big
just got
drug
out
addict.
of rehab. I thought.
Yeah, he was
Just got out of
Wait.
rehab, just about.
Okay, so the start of his addiction, we don't know. Like it's just he's
He's
out of rehab.
He's out
now.
of rehab.
Out,
He
yeah,
just
okay.
got out of. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been sober for a while, and I think he did coke for the first time with Stewie in the bathroom. Remember?
Yeah, that Stewie was one of the first people he did drugs with.
Yeah. So that's like the kind of the start of the yikes era, we'll say.
Yeah.
But yeah, episode 3, and then Marsha.
So Logan's home at this point, but he's still in bed. Marsha, who seems very shifty, the family doesn't really like.
No
the
one
kids
trusts
don't
anyone.
trust her,
No,
But especially not Marsha. 'cause
especially her, because
Marsha
she's
is
an outsider.
Yes, she.
Yeah.
So Logan got divorced from someone else, and then married Marsha, and Marsha just doesn't have a fucking past. They can't find anything but before 35.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I think the kids are very skeptical of Marsha.
She's
because
also
they think
French.
she's like,
Can I just say that?
oh,
Also French.
True.
yikes.
Ew.
Sorry, go on.
I think they're skeptical of Marsha because they think she's kind of like a gold digger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's honestly even. Okay, we already said spoilers. Even into season 2, I still have no fucking idea how to feel about her.
No, she
idea.
still seems
Which is
shifty.
great writing, by the way.
Because she commands a lot of power, even though because a lot of the outsiders like Willa and Tom don't really command a lot of power over the family, but she does.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why they're kind of like, oh, who the fuck is this woman?
We should
you know
talk
what
about
I mean?
Willa after we talk about the Marsha scene. But anyways, Marsha is telling people, all the kids, like, he's not feeling well. He doesn't want to see anyone. She's
Right.
been doing that. And then Shiv's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's just
she
like, that's
goes
bullshit.
past her and goes up the stairs to see Logan. And Logan's in bed, and she's like, oh, how you doing? You know, trying to be very nice. Logan's in bed, and she holds her dad's hands. I don't really want to say the next part.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead. No more radio brain.
And he brings her hand to his dick and balls.
Yeah.
And obviously you don't like nothing actually happened, but like he holds
No,
like,
because
they
she
hold-
pulls her hand away.
Yeah, they hold like hands and it looks cute, and then he goes like this, and she's
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And then she doesn't tell. Nobody knows that happened.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Logan knows that happened. to
I
be
don't
real.
think so.
No.
No. I think that was kind of like why Marsha didn't want them to see
Yeah,
him.
because like he's like literally so fucking out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was crazy. But it was a really good episode.
Yeah.
It was very good.
It was
episode,
good.
Yeah.
I really struggle to remember a lot of it.
I think it was better than 2, but not by much, to be honest.
Yeah,
would
I'd probably
put it
put
in
it on
the
the
same
same
tier.
tier.
I'd
Same
too.
tier, a little
Yeah.
bit higher. I think this
Yeah.
is fair. They'll definitely get better though. They'll get very good.
Yeah.
Hello, where's that going? There you go. All right, hit us with episode 4. Sam.
Okay, wait, I gotta get my phone out.
Hurry, he's pulling his phone out.
Hey, pull it out.
I fucking love that video.
Episode 4. The family attends an annual company gala overseen
Oh,
by
this-
Connor and highlighted by a
this is the Connor
surprise
ep. This is the Connor ep.
announcement. This ep is great.
This is the first episode where I was like,
This
this is going
is
to be a
good.
regular
This
show.
is good
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
This is really
This is
this
good
was
shit.
good.
good.
This is really good.
So, like we said, they're at a gala. It's like a little event for a charity. Like
Yeah, it's a
yearly
charity event. It's a charity event.
It's a very gaudy charity event where it's like you know rich people donating to the needy and being like, all that shit.
Yeah. And it's ran by our boy
Connor.
Connor.
Now,
We
at
didn't
this
really
point,
talk about Connor.
Let's talk
that
about
much.
Willa before we talk about Connor.
Ooh,
The
yeah,
butter
true.
was cold.
Hey, we'll get there. Hey, we'll
All
get
right,
there.
spoilers.
Fucking peak. Anyways, want to go over Willa, Adam?
Let's go.
Do you want to do it or want us to? Don't try not to spoil too much. If Willa does much past season 1.
Since you're more familiar with the you've watched the episode more recently, I think that in this episode,
Yeah, we'll
you
take
have
it.
a better
You
sure.
do it. No, you do it.
Because I'm gonna go like overview if I do it.
So like Willa is like secretly like Jesus, right? And then she turns everything to wine.
Totally.
But no, Willa is a
mistress almost
She's a
lady.
of the night, kind of.
Like she's not a prostitute, but
She's a
she
sex
gets
worker.
she gets paid to be in a relationship with Connor. It's not even like sexual most of the time.
No.
I mean, they probably have sex, but it's definitely like Connor is in love with her,
yes,
and he pays for her like theater. What's it called? Not adventure, endeavors,
yeah.
and it's super
And
awkward.
she doesn't really like him that much back. She
It's
kind
very
of just
awkward.
does it for the money.
yeah.
And it's very awkward in the family because everyone knows what's up.
Oh, it's so
Connor is coping.
Connor's delusional.
Connor
Yeah.
is coping hard.
Oh, Connor, that's a great word for him. Delusional.
Delusional Connor.
Yeah.
He's coping really fucking bad.
Yeah.
And Connor isn't really like the other kids.
He's usually like, hey, I'm not part of the business. I don't care. Do what you want. And he seems like so sweet.
until
Episode
this
4.
episode because he's put in charge of the gala,
Uh-huh.
and his aggressive side comes out a little
The
bit.
first thing that I remember is that someone's like organizing the forks, and it's a fucking fancy event. There's like 13 forks, 39 knives,
Yeah.
and he's like, what are you doing? That is a salad fork. The salad fork goes next to the meat fork, or whatever
It's
the
so
fuck.
funny. He comes off like a serial killer
Out
in
of
this episode.
nowhere.
I know, yeah.
This is
What-
literally
it's
out of
so
no. There's
funny.
no build up.
It's so funny.
There's nothing. He's just like I can't describe it. It's just
He is
crazy.
insane.
It's
And
weird.
What about the butter? Can we get into the butter
Let's hit the
real
butter,
quick?
yeah.
So people were complaining that the butter.
No one was even
Well,
complaining.
no one was really even
So
complaining.
he was talking to his dad, and then his dad tried to spread the butter on the croissant, and it was cold. So he noticed it. And
Oh,
then
it was Logan that said that?
Logan? No one said that the butter was cold. until
Logan was
after.
just having trouble spreading
Oh,
the butter.
okay.
And then he's like, "I'll be right back." Cut to the kitchen. The butter's fucking cold.
Yeah.
You're all fired. Look at how loud that is, by the way.
Yeah, oh my god! That went in my mic too.
That's going 3D right there. Holy shit.
D
Spherical.
You had that one in the chamber all fucking day, all day.
butter is cold.
He's like, "You're all fired," all that shit, and it was crazy because like we literally Connor.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that like this Willa thing is a little weird, Connor seems like a nice guy trying to make it. This is just like he's a dick. He's a fucking asshole. You know?
Yeah, and afterwards he started going around and apologizing to everybody for the butter, and Logan's like, "What is he talking
No,
about?"
it's
And-
Marsha. Marsha is just
because Logan's like, "What?
Oh,
What is he talking about?"
Marsha
And
had
then
the
Marsha
problem-
was like, "The butter is cold," and he's like, "Oh."
Oh.
He doesn't even give a shit.
When Logan doesn't fucking care, it's like, relax, Connor.
I think,
bro, it's crazy.
It was cool to do it for this episode because up until this point you're kind of looking for people to like because everybody's kind of shitty.
Even-
And it's like
let's talk about Greg for a bit, but go on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Greg. And then like Connor up until this point is like
Pretty likable.
Yeah, he's pretty likable. And then it's like, nope, he's got his issues
just
too.
like them.
He's just like them.
But I would say Greg has the opposite, because at the beginning, Greg. Okay, well, let's talk about Greg for a bit. Greg is like this family cousin.
He's a cousin.
He's like a kind of like pathetic cousin, low key.
He's a deadbeat.
Yeah.
Fired from he actually worked as a mascot for one of the Waystar amusement parks.
Theme parks, yeah.
And he puked because
he got high.
He got high.
He smoked weed before his first day. Had to these kids were like messing with him. He fell over, puked out of his fucking eyes in front of all these kids, and got fired right there.
It was bad.
That was like gross. That was
and
gross.
then he basically somehow makes his way into the family.
Yeah. And then he gets acquainted with
gets in
Todd
through
with Tom. Sorry.
Logan's brother.
Ewan,
who is who doesn't like Logan.
Yeah.
And then there are like tensions between Ewan and Greg because Greg isn't working for Logan now.
Yeah.
So Greg
actually,
basically
no. I don't think he got it. He got into his like mom or something, and then Ewan
something like that.
He had to pick up Ewan
right
from Canada.
Yeah,
But that's
that
a
was
different-
later
that's-
on.
Yeah, that's.
But no, but then Greg eventually gets more endearing. Like at the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, he was like pathetic.
Greg was
Absolutely
Greg was
pathetic.
horrible in the
Like
beginning.
it was so cringe to
There
watch.
was nothing really to like.
But then
about him.
as he went through the series, he definitely got better. Was this the episode where he learned about the thing that Tom tried to cover up?
Was it?
Was it the thing?
I
I
feel
think
like
that might be next episode.
I don't remember.
Isn't the next episode where? Actually, that might be season 2. I don't want to know.
I want to say we'll say next step.
Yeah, we'll see. I think
talk
it's
about the thing
still a
next time.
little too early, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
come. We'll circle around. We'll come.
But no, I thought
We will come.
it was really cool how they were like subverting character expectations, like in both ways.
Yeah.
Because like Greg starts to come back a little, and Connor has this like crazy fucking like perfectionist side.
Yeah.
You know that like we've
Yep.
literally just never seen.
And then, yeah, at the end of the episode, when everyone's praising him, is like, Con, you did such a good job. He goes back into the same kitchen and is like, I love you, everybody.
You guys did so well.
You're my rock. Like,
Yeah, the "You're My Rock" is so fucking
There
cliche.
are
It's
so
incredible.
many gold one-liners in this show.
There are.
Gold.
We can't go over all of them, but 7. We'll get to 7.
we'll get to 7.
7's my favorite app. Spoiler. 7's my favorite fucking app.
Better than 10.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
I thought 10 was good, very good technically. Like from a writer's standpoint. We'll get there.
Right.
We
all
didn't
that.
even get to the main thing that happened in
Yes.
this episode.
So you hit it. You hit it.
So essentially, they had a prompter that was going to announce Kendall as the new CEO of Waystar.
Uh-huh.
But Logan had heard about it from Connor and was like, I'm not fucking doing that. He changes it. He goes up, makes a speech in front of all these rich people and says, I'm coming back. I'm back.
And then, but like the way he does it is like so dramatic too. It's great. It's just like someone took the opportunity while I was asleep, while I was recovering in the hospital. Looks at Kendall to propose to my daughter. Like Tom.
Oh,
welcome to
that
the family.
scene was great.
Insane
There's
scene.
there's a lot of tension in that scene if I remember correctly.
Yes, a lot.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah,
like,
because
we
that's
can't
classic
do it
Logan.
justice because we're just like talking about it. It's the tension building in the show is like phenomenal.
Oh, so good.
Why it was so tense was because, like, people didn't know what condition Logan was in. He was like, Kendall was like, what if he says like a racial slur or something like that? Like,
Well,
if he says,
he
if we
would
let him
do
go up
that.
there, and if he says something, well, that's what they thought at
He
the
would
time.
do that not in the
Yeah,
film
he
one.
would.
I hate
I
Filipino
hate-
people.
Oh my god! But yeah, they were worried he was gonna say something wrong, and Kendall was just like, "Okay, well, I'm just gonna be the new CEO." And then Logan.
I
was
think.
like,
Well,
"No."
okay. The specific thing was prompter said, you know, retire
Retirement,
Logan
yeah.
retirement, and then he said, "Oh, it was a fucking joke in the prompter that I wanted to add," which like is probably not true.
Not at all.
But you know, like a lot. There's a lot of subtext in the show, which is good.
Well,
I like it.
it's basically like oh, Logan's, is he in like, is there an opportunity here to seize power? Like, is Logan not gonna make it? Like,
because he was also like very like unstable physically walking up there.
right. So
True.
I mean, the kids aren't gonna say it, but they're, I mean, not hoping he dies, but they're like,
They want the
there's an
power.
opportunity
Yeah.
here.
There is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut it here though because we are a little bit behind. But
Yeah.
that's episode 4. I would say it's the top of pretty gosh darn good.
Is that the tear up from
Fine.
the orange?
No, this is the top of orange is what I'm.
Oh,
what I'm thinking.
okay. What's the tier above?
What is a tier above?
I'd probably put it a tier above.
Tier above is bury me with bury me with this episode.
I'd put it, okay, top of orange.
I think it's fair because
that's fair.
It's very good. I would agree. I think it's fine, but like the future apps are even fucking better.
Episode 6 was like clearly my favorite up until that point, so I wouldn't say episode 4 was like
6. Oh, I don't have this on. Whatever. We'll hit 5 though.
Yeah.
We're hitting 5 now. Episode 5, Kendall begins to plot. Oh, this is a good one. He begins to plot a vote of no confidence against Logan. Tom questions his prenup.
Is this the one where we know the end? No, that's
no. 6 is the one where it's like he's rushing and then
okay, we'll get there.
We'll get to that one.
I wasn't a huge fan of this one.
Really?
I think the writing was not usually not at its.
I will say I don't remember much from this episode. I think the thing happens here though, right? The thing. Where Tom takes over and then he's just like, by the way, this is
when he gets. I think
thing.
this is where we start to learn about it.
Yeah.
I
think we learned about all of it. I'm pretty sure.
I think. Yeah, I don't.
Anyway,
it just seemed like a lot of setup.
I will say now that you say it, I don't remember much from this episode.
Right.
So,
it was a very setup-y episode. It was setting everything up for an epic conclusion.
It was
episode
akin
6.
to 1 in the sense that like it was trying to set up a lot. I think it's better than 1, honestly.
I would say marginally.
I think
I would
because
put it
we
in 5,
know
honestly.
a lot, and I think the plot overall is better in 5. But it's like, I mean, they're trying to get Logan out of
Let's
the
explain
company.
what a vote of no confidence is, by the way.
Yeah.
And yeah, the vote of no confidence is essentially like they go to all the board members and they have a vote. If, they don't think Logan is fit to run the company anymore, then he's pretty much out and they will put Kendall in as the new CEO. And Kendall's trying to make those guarantees that everyone on the board will side with him.
We'll say we're not confident in him.
He's trying to get everybody.
So yeah, he goes to the board members and he has Roman also going to board members as well because he gets Roman on board with the plan. And so they're all going around. There's a part in the episode where they're all at different restaurants, which I thought was kind of cool.
This is episode 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're all talking to like the different board members. You have the one Asian guy who's in episode 1. You have like Frank and Jerry who were talking. Pretty much everyone's talking. He's trying to figure out where these people kind of align, if it'll happen, if
and
not.
he gets a lot of people on his side too.
It's
basically everyone he
everybody he needs.
everyone he talked to was on his side.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was one board member who lived.
This is 6.
No, but I think this starts in 5, and then
it's hard to remember. Like I think we should. I just remember not really caring.
We could talk. We should
lump
that
in 6.
Yeah.
I think it's more appropriate there. But
did we read the synopsis for 5?
Yeah, we did.
Because I really don't. I just remember.
I think it's just a setup app.
I think it really is just a setup.
It's a
app.
setup.
But there are like side plot elements that are very important too.
Like
let's talk about the thing. So Tom takes over the position of like a high tier position in the parks, I think.
Yeah,
whatever.
Parks and Rec or something like that.
Some big part of the company. And he finds out about the thing. And the thing, I don't even know. I just made this up. I call it the thing for no reason. Is this, he finds out about the history of this place. And what he finds is that these like cruise boats used to go to like islands that like raped people.
Like Epstein
Island.
Very Epstein-esque.
Epstein-esque.
And then
thing.
like inappropriate conduct on the cruise ships, and then the higher ups covered it up.
Yeah,
but
but
they
like,
covered it all
but
up.
there's still like proof of it
Right.
in the books.
And
well, I mean that is important setup.
Yeah, that's very important. Yeah.
And if the public finds out about
fucked.
it, the company's fucked. Tom is fucked. Everyone is fucked.
Everyone that knows about it is fucked because they didn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially if you knew about it and you didn't do anything about it, it looks really bad.
And Greg just got into the company, and the first thing, so Tom said like, yeah, I have this thing where like it's a poison where if I tell someone about it, they
come down
too.
with
Yep.
like a virus.
And he has no problem telling
Greg
because
he was gonna go to Kendall. And he's just like, listen, my dad always said that the people he appreciated the most were the people who took shit that he didn't know about.
I remember that line. Yeah.
That was a great line. And So he's like, okay, I'll just tell someone expendable. Went to Greg. And the thing is, Greg is a suck up to Tom, but Tom is also a suck up to Kendall. So it's like it's like a nice dichotomy of like this Tom guy's a dick, and Greg is kind of being a suck up, but like it's I don't know how to describe it, but I think it's very neat.
But I think there's a certain that says something about Tom that he tells Greg, because obviously he uses Greg. Greg is kind of Tom's punching bag, because Tom is kind of the punching bag for everybody else.
Yeah,
and Greg is kind of his personal punching bag. And I think in a way, Greg, there's like a connection there. I don't want to get too into it, but there's like he has a certain amount of I guess he kind of like sees himself in Greg. And he's willing to do things for Greg and tell Greg things, even if they might hurt him, that he won't tell other people.
Yeah, a little like kind of a level of trust in a way, because he's like, oh, Greg is at the bottom of the food chain. Who's he gonna tell?
Even though he disregards Greg and treats him like crap,
there's
a certain amount of trust.
There's something about Greg that we'll learn towards the end of the season, though, that it was really a big Greg W.
Yep.
Does Tom have him do the thing in this ep?
The next one.
Okay, yeah. All right.
We got to move on.
Overall, 5 was just kind of
5, I'd say it's above 5. It's above 1, but I said it's fine. You know.
Episode 6 was nutty.
Crazy.
Electric.
Roman and Kendall attempt to sway the board while Shiv explores her options in DC.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go a little quicker through this up because like it's short, but it's very good.
It's so good.
So good.
Well, it's not short, but
so
like
good.
Not too much happens technically, but it's very good what it does.
So the thing before that we're going to lump in with this episode is one of the board members is like bedridden and lives in Long Island. So Kendall flies out to try to convince her to be on his side. But when
he does convince her.
He does,
but he doesn't need to do that necessarily. Yeah.
At the time, it seemed like he needed everybody on his side.
Well, at the time, he had a lot of people on his side, but he wanted to confirm as many people as he could. So he flew out like 3 or 4 hours before the actual meeting.
Like very last minute.
Unbeknownst to him, he's taking a way bigger risk than he thinks he is.
Yeah, and then when he goes back and tries to fly back, they say
the skies are closed. Basically.
Skies are closed.
We'll get shot down.
Shot down. You cannot go. So Kendall's like, oh fuck. So he gets in his car and he tries to go as fast as he can to the company.
And it's New York.
So he gets stuck in traffic in a tunnel.
I was thinking car crash. When that was, but no.
Oh well,
that'd
be
a little, that'd be a little too like, oh, and then the crazy thing happens, and then another, like, you know,
right?
Like,
no, I'm glad they didn't do that, but in the moment, that's what it seemed like it would go.
And so they're trying. The vote of no confidence is starting when Kendall is still in the car in the tunnel, and he has to call them. So they're stalling. He's like, Jerry, you need to stall because I'm not there. My dad is going to sway them back on his side. And he gets out of the car. He's running. He's on the phone. And
he tries to call a vote of no confidence.
He tries.
Yep. And then a lot of the people that he talked to get their vote said, like, no comment.
They get cold feet.
A lot of people get cold feet. But enough people vote where it's equal amounts of yes to no's. And the one guy who has to make the choice is Roman.
Who Roman was on his side.
And Roman was part of what?
Roman has to choose between his...
If he says no, then Kendall gets fucked hard. If he says yes, his dad falls.
Well, Roman's not going to cross his dad without his siblings
he's definitely
on his back.
Yeah. But there's a great line where he fucking went to raise his arm to say like he was part of fucking part with Kendall, and he's just like, you better be smelling your fucking armpit, Rome. He has so much power.
Romulus.
He has so much power over.
Yeah,
Roman.
he hits him with the Romulus.
It's so obvious, and it's kind of sad.
So it's 4 votes for yes, get rid of him. 4 votes for no, and then 2 no comments. Mm-hmm. And so it doesn't go through.
And then Rome says no, so that's the 5th one, and then or whatever.
I think he just said no comment.
I think he said either way, it's closed before Kendall gets there.
Yeah.
And then Kendall gets here, and it's like,
nope,
son, you lost.
You took your best shot, and you lost.
And then he fires everyone who voted against him. Yep. Frank gets fired.
Frank, the long. By the way, the reason that the Long Island lady was important was because like if she didn't say yes, which in theory she wouldn't have if he didn't go, then Rome's vote wouldn't fucking matter.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have mattered.
So
yeah, but the tension in that scene where
It was
Kendall's running.
built up
So
so
good.
well.
And the connection errors on his phone.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and as soon as he gets fired, everyone who voted against him gets fired. And yeah,
I
we're
think
left
it's a-
off like,
And then
whoa.
also small side plot. I think this happens here. Greg shreds all the evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were documents that came in about the
thing.
payoffs, and Greg
Shredded
shreds
all
of them.
motherfuckers.
Which
wink,
all of them.
maybe
Winky
he
wink.
shouldn't do
Wink.
that. Maybe he
wink.
shouldn't do that.
Anyways, that's 6.
But I just want to say it's a testament to the show. I think that it could have such great tension building with like no guns, no lives at stake
Right?
necessarily.
That's the craziest thing. I told my friend, like, I want to be able to write stuff where there's no life or death stakes. It's like Succession is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also, this episode kind of goes deeper into Shiv's political endeavors as well.
Yeah.
And an old fling who comes back into the picture.
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage.
Nick
Nikki
Cage, believe it or
Nikki
not.
Nate comes back into the picture.
I hate them.
Who was
honestly.
her
I
ex-boyfriend.
can't take it.
And he's also in the political sphere. And was this the episode where he gave her like the proposition to?
Fuck.
No, that's not what I'm going.
Oh, the
for.
That was
political
episode
guy.
7.
I think
political guy,
that was
right?
7. That was later.
Where are we putting 6 though?
6 is easily one of the best.
I would say it's at least frothing at the mouth.
I wouldn't put it on a
Or sorry.
level of 7 or 10, but I would put it.
Here, I think this one.
I think there,
I think
yeah.
so. Yeah.
Bear me, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is definitely better than all the rest so far.
Is frothing at the mouth the top one?
No, there's one more.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That's crazy.
For audio listeners, it's everything everywhere all at once.
Oh
Is the top
my
one.
God.
So
is that exclusively for
that is
everything everywhere?
exclusive. You
Okay.
can't touch that one.
Okay. Then yeah, episode
Jeez.
6. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is my favorite episode. This next one, 7. Just spoilers. Episode 7. Can you read us the description?
Oh yeah. So episode 7.
Episode 7.
The Roys gather for family therapy session.
We're watching that clip. By the
Kendall
way.
finds his sobriety tested.
So, they want to do family therapy for honestly, mostly for publicity.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
100% for
absolutely.
publicity.
The dad Logan is just like, I'm gonna want to meet you. I want to be making show with you kids.
because
he doesn't
him,
give a fuck.
him firing his own son made headlines.
And Kendall is in a fucking rut. He looks like shit. He feels like he has nobody.
Right.
He's trying to find. He's like negotiating with these people,
But it falls
trying
through.
to build up
Wait,
his
does he-
own credibility.
Oh wait, the Tom thing doesn't happen yet with Tabitha. That's
No,
later,
that's
right?
that.
No, that's
That's
episode 8.
next
That's
up, right?
episode 8.
Okay.
Kendall, I think I don't know if he's super on the ball right now. I think he's more so just like totally just fucked up. And he's
Oh yeah.
I don't think he's super plotty in this episode.
No, yeah, because we don't really see him that much. I think.
He's just with the drug people
Yeah.
and at the bar, I think, for the most part.
Yeah. We could get to that part where he like, or we could just talk about that now. Kendall kind of ends up.
Okay.
Kendall kind of relapses
He does.
back into his old drug habits. His family goes to like Connor's ranch, I think.
The therapy takes place at Connor's ranch in the middle of the desert in Arizona or something.
Yeah, and they all gather there because they want to obviously make amends, and they bring in this therapist who's has like a Harvard degree.
They
and-
bring in a photographer to take pictures of them kind of reconciling, but the
Yeah.
kids didn't know that there was going to be a photographer. It was like Logan kind of,
Logan wanted there
which
to be a
obviously that's
photographer.
for press. Like,
Yeah.
I do think this might be a hot take, but I do think in the therapy session itself, as much as Logan wasn't giving them shit, I do think Logan actually tried, but I just think Logan is so
Bad at it.
fucking bad at expressing any kind of feelings.
That's fair.
I
I do
could see
think he
that.
actually
Yeah.
tried to some extent. He's just terrible.
I do
at it.
think there's humanity in every single one of these characters. I think that's the biggest thing, where it's just like business people, sure, they're not innocent. Maybe, you don't have to fucking feel bad for all of them. But at the end of the day, everyone is a fucking human.
Yeah.
Every single person. People you think are evil, people you think are pathetic, everyone's a fucking person. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
And things aren't easy. Things are complex for every fucking person.
right.
And it's interesting to see it from like such a high, because most dramas are like the fucking boys. They're literally in a fucking basement,
Yeah.
hiding from the goddamn government. These people are the government.
Pretty much, yeah. They
Basically,
have
yeah.
Yeah.
lots of power.
But also, with the therapy session, I think this is the first moment where you start to see just how much of an impact, like, or how kind of bad of a father Logan was. How
True.
Why the kids are kind of like this. Because he really didn't. I mean, you see it in the scene. Like, he really doesn't open up at all. He has struggles saying, like, I love you, you know?
Yeah.
I think this is the first moment where you're like, oh, like,
Yeah, he really wasn't a good father.
They're okay. All kind of don't really like
I really
him.
hope, don't say if it does happen, but I hope that they do delve into, like, even if a little bit, like, Logan's backstory. Because he even talked about his Uncle Ben or whatever that would, like, whip him. Which is implied. Like, I hope it goes into, like, his father being really shit too. Because at the end of the day, like, your parents pass on shit to you, you know?
That's true. No, yeah, he did mention his
sexual violence,
backstory
so,
a little bit in this episode.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of the backstory, which was cool. And we did see the, which happens later on, the scars.
Yeah. I think we see that at the end of the episode, no?
Yeah.
But anyways, here is literally my favorite scene of Succession so far.
Dripping
This is a great
poison in
scene.
his ear.
Kenny.
I love
Oh.
this.
Hey! What up, motherfuckers? Sorry I'm late. What are we arguing about?
What's wrong with him?
Oh, where do we start? I'm off my nut, folks.
Oh, yeah, his
Off
dad
my
spread lies
fucking
that he relapsed.
Like all
Yep.
the papers said.
And he did.
And then, but he did it
Come
after.
true. Congratulations.
Hey, just so you know, I think things are good with the launch.
We'll get to the
For the
launch
guy?
later.
He doesn't
The
care.
launch.
Bro,
So fun.
he doesn't even fucking notice. Dad, give him a high five. Come on, he's waiting. Dad.
You do that to me. Eves, I want a Senate member who wants to fuck me ragged. On the same side as those animals that hit me with a bag of piss.
It's my work, Dad. You of all people don't understand that.
Work? It's rebellion. Sabotage.
Oh, yeah, of course, because it's all about you. Yeah, not that I might be in agreement with his points about the purchases or just maybe his whole philosophy.
I think Kendall kind of sparks everybody to
This
say
is
what they
nothing but
actually want to say
a
here.
miserable, deliberate attempt to undermine my whole business strategy.
You don't have
Here
a
we are.
business strategy, Dad. Your whole business model is based on seducing presidents. You're a really high-class hooker. No offense.
Oh,
That is the craziest stray in history.
She was just sitting there.
She hadn't said a word.
it's crazy.
Hadn't said a word.
Sorry, one more.
That's not
He
fair.
just had
My
to.
whole business strategy.
You don't have a business strategy, Dad. Your whole business model is based on seducing presidents. You're a really high-class hooker. No offense.
Hey.
Fuck off.
Oh,
Wow.
all Connor
Hey.
says is, hey.
That is such a Connor response.
This is such a Connor response.
That is my
Hey.
favorite scene.
That is
of Succession,
crazy.
by
Hey.
far. There's a lot of context in there, and honestly, I feel like we could go over it, but we don't have to.
We are
Watch
already
the damn show. Watch the fucking show. Why are you here if you haven't watched the fucking show?
for real.
No, don't. No, keep watching.
Keep
We're good.
watching.
Well, watch till
but
the
watch
end,
the
but
damn
then,
show.
yeah, watch the show,
like
too.
fucking hell.
No,
But
that was a
no.
great.
If you want to know all the
episode.
all
This
the
isn't an
context,
analysis. Like,
all the context about the ship or that launch, the bag of piss. Go watch the fucking show. We're not gonna go over every little detail. You know,
This is just majorly a recap of
a recap and how we feel about it. I thought the drama was fucking incredible. All the subtext, you know.
yeah, it's like an encapsulation of what you've been wanting to see from everybody this whole time.
Right.
It's a delve into the family, you know.
It's all their
And it doesn't give
personalities
away-
clashing.
Yeah, it doesn't give everything, but it gives you just enough to be like, okay, this is what I thought it was.
Yeah, it's cool because it's like it kind of forces them to all like be in the same location.
Yeah.
And just talk it out because that's all they could really do.
Spar.
Yeah, pretty much.
I would
just
say
spar it out.
honestly, I think this is like frothing at. I don't think anything is here yet, but this is my favorite episode, just straight up. And this is right.
Episode 7. I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
I can see
I think
that.
it's a 10 out of 10 episode, yeah.
Okay, we'll leave that there. And now we're at 8. Hit us.
Epi 8.
I got a little fast. We're gonna go over time a bit.
Tom has a bachelor's party. Yo. To
Donnie
remember,
boy.
Kendall and Roman eye new business opportunities.
Okay, let's
This
get
ep is
to Tom.
great.
Let's just get
This
to
is
Tom.
great.
Let's just skip to the good part.
So we know Tom and Shiv are getting married.
And you know, at bachelor parties, some people have the philosophy that you should have sexual interactions with people outside of the relationship.
People you don't know.
Sure, if you're a whore. Don't take that personally.
Yeah.
I think I just shot my own stray. Like someone's getting engaged and they're down for this. I'm just like, fuck you.
Yeah, for real.
But
Oh
no,
my god.
do what you want. But he goes to this fucking crazy underground bachelor's party and he meets Tabitha. And one thing leads to another, and in the episode,
Bird.
he goes up to Greg and he's like, so Greg, I did it. He's like, oh yeah, good for you. It's like, yeah, she gave me a blowjob and then I blew alone her mouth and then she made out with me without spitting it out. She made me swallow my own cum, Greg. Wow,
We should put it like a disclaimer before this one.
Yeah, for real.
Greg swallows his own cum. Trigger warning.
It was so funny because
How do you-
everyone had to know.
Literally,
Oh, it's-
every single fucking character at some point was just like, "Oh, I heard you swallow your own cum, Tom." Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you, man.
And you knew once Roman found out about it,
Everyone
Oh,
fucking.
Roman
Yeah.
was spreading straight up crazy shit with like Kendall putting him in a dog cage.
That's real, right?
Yeah.
It
that's
was real, but
Connor said
had
that he liked it.
No, you liked it, and he didn't feed you dog food. It was chocolate
Chocolate cake.
And Roman's like, "What the
That's
fuck?"
so weird.
It's
I
so-
don't know what's going on. I'm gonna be so real with that.
The main
I
thing,
think it's like a. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how would you fucking know?
it's random.
I
the
don't think it's random though. I think it's like more of like I can't find the words. It's just like explaining how fucked up their childhood was, basically.
Because the thing is, this
was
was
fucked
set
up.
up in episode 7, where Roman jokingly said, "Hey, I'm gonna tell him how you touched me as a little boy."
Right.
To
Well-
Connor, he's like, "What are you talking about? I never did that."
right.
I also think
So I
it-
assumed that was also another bit, but it wasn't. He was passionately like, "This actually happened."
Yeah, I also think it speaks to like Roman's kind of like an insecure
Roman's
guy.
insecure for sure.
Yeah.
Roman is 100% insecure.
And I think a lot of that comes from being
Guys,
it comes from being the youngest son in such like a tough family.
and he's also kind of seen like a jester, you know.
yeah.
Like no one takes him very seriously.
Right.
Like when people are like, he's like, "Oh, I could be CEO." He's like,
Right.
"Wait, seriously?"
yeah, like everyone's like,
yeah,
"No,
yeah.
you fucking can't."
And it's also like I think it speaks to the fact that Roman like probably had it the toughest as a kid.
Yeah, for sure.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So like I feel like he has this like curtain of like super ego and confidence and like, you know, snarkiness, but
And
like,
he really
he's
can't
very
like open himself up to other
yeah.
people.
And also
you
his
see that
actions also prove that he definitely does care and he's not like a snarky dick. you
Well,
know?
yeah, he goes and gets Kendall from the crack house.
That is episode
Yeah.
9, right?
Oh, I think it was
That's
7.
Was that 7?
That's 7.
Yeah, because when he goes back to
Oh.
family therapy, that's when he gets
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Real quick, yeah. Episode 7, he goes to a fucking crack house.
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right, just send me your location just in case. I'm not going to go fucking pick you up." And he sends it. "Okay, I'm going to come pick you up." He comes and fucking
Yeah.
picks him up. And like the room is like super tense. Like you don't know, because like these are rich guys filled with like probably poor crackheads. They could just kidnap either one of them and get
Yep.
millions.
True.
You know?
And then we mow it. We mow it.
Oh, we
We
can.
mow it.
If you want to get that reference, watch the damn
Yeah,
show.
watch the show.
Because we are very much behind. We got 2 more episodes to go, and we're at an hour.
Oh crap!
And then Tabitha, the girl from is this episode 9?
No, this is later.
This
doesn't happen.
Tabitha happens in 9.
Tabitha? No, I mean Tabitha and Roman.
In Roman, I think that's 9.
That's not this episode.
That's 9.
What else?
The main thing from this ep was Kendall partnering up with Stewie and Sandy again.
to bear hug the company.
Bear hug the
Which
company.
is basically like a aggressive overtaking.
Yeah,
of
Kendall is fucked up, but he's still trying to fuck everybody else
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Also,
The set is really cool, by the way. The underground.
Yeah.
this
Like everyone's there. It's crazy.
the set the sets are really cool.
The
Really
set-
cool.
Every ep like has a different set almost. Like it's
It's
so cool
true.
because thank God they didn't stay in a fucking business building. The only TV show that I could see without working out is Severance. You should do Severance app.
I want to watch it. Yeah.
Severance is very good.
But
Season 2's coming out soon too.
also I think this episode helps move forward the Shiv and Tom
Yeah.
kind of dynamic because
Tom
Shiv
is-
is obviously cheating on Tom.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Shiv is
yeah,
Shiv.
yeah.
Have they fucked?
Oh yeah, they fucked.
Yeah.
They fuck at like 9 though, right? Because the first thing they do is like there's a lot of sexual tension, and then Shiv like Nate's like, come back to my place, let's fucking bang, and it's just like, all right, let's sit here and let me think about it, and shoves his fingers down her cooter.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
So odd.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah, I kind of hate those scenes, them together. Just so uncomfortable.
I fucking hate Nate. He's got a hateable
I hate him
face.
too.
He's got a hateable face.
Nate is
I would
crazy.
say I think episode 8 is like bottom of the best.
I would put it
Or like here.
next to episode 6.
Yeah, I think I'd put it
Alright, that's fair.
next
Yeah.
to 6.
I honestly remember it in higher regard probably because I watched 7 right before, and I was like, damn, this show's great.
Yeah.
Let's get to 9. We have 2 more left. 2 more. 9 is the Roys assemble at an English castle for Shiv and Tom's
Oh, this
wedding.
one's good.
Kendall's plans are fast-tracked.
This is good.
This is also
It's-
kind of like a setup ep in
It
a
is.
way, but
But there's more
Much
substance.
better.
There's more
It's much
substance.
better than 5.
much better.
Honestly, like it's a setup ep for 10. So let's honestly we can just leave it alone. Like what's the setup that's relevant? There's that one waiter.
the
waiter
waiter
who, like, spills the drink.
spills a drink
Logan.
on Logan.
And
He
he
gets
gets yelled
really
at.
mad. Or was
Wait,
that 10? No, that was
that's
10.
10.
That was 10.
Was it? Okay, whatever.
So, Shiv and
This was
Tom,
honestly
Shiv
more
and Tom
about
are
everyone
having
else.
their wedding at this medieval castle place. Everyone's there. Kendall's plans are fast tracked.
Another beautiful set, by the way. But
Yeah.
Kendall became the CEO way faster,
Yeah.
and
because he told Frank about it.
Which he wasn't supposed to do.
Which he
and
was,
that kind
he
of
was supposed to tell
backfired.
no one about
Yep.
the bear hug. He tells Frank because he's feeling nervous about it, and then Frank kind of tells some other people, and rumors starting to spread around, and they're like, if this gets leaked,
We're fucked.
it's not happening.
So they got to do it now.
Yeah,
And there's
during Tom and Shiv's wedding, which is a
super
horrible
awkward.
time
Which
to
Kendall
do.
knows that it's horrible, but he cares about taking over the company more.
Yeah.
So
But that's the setup basically.
is this the one with the Kendall Roman's rocket?
Yeah. Well, we don't really have to talk about that because it's interesting, but it's not really like major.
Right.
He has a rocket. It blows up.
It just
Wait,
kind of
that's
goes.
episode 10?
No, it blows up. Happened in 9, and then
Okay.
the resolution.
I
is
feel like
10.
it just kind of goes to show just how like Roman's kind of just all over the place.
He's
too.
trying. He's like trying to do.
He
stuff.
tried to
Yeah.
rush the rocket launch for the wedding because he thought it would be nice,
He's so emotional.
and he's very
Yeah.
emotional.
doesn't,
He's
like,
like, oh, I would like
sentimental.
to have it for their wedding for it to launch because I feel like it'd be a nice gesture, and it ends
It
up
fucking blows up.
blowing up
because he
Funny
rushed
scene.
it.
That is a funny
It's a
scene.
fucking funny scene
Yeah.
because he looks at it. And he's just like,
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, he goes to the bathroom to watch it. He stares at it,
and then he lies.
washing
to
his
Tabitha.
he's and then leaves.
He lies to Tabitha and Marcia. Where he's like,
Who,
yeah, it was
Tabitha
great.
and Roman
Good.
are now dating, and they are at the wedding
Yeah.
It's kind of awkward because Tom is.
because Tom is like, oh god.
She made me swallow my own cum.
This
But-
episode, although it being set up, I did like it more than 5.
Yeah.
Also, in retrospect, having seen the whole show, this isn't like any kind of plot point thing. Just the kind of dynamics in the writing, I think actually got better after having seen the rest of the show compared to when I first watched episode 9. I think a lot of things make more sense having seen the rest of the show in episode 9. But I'll leave it at that.
Okay. But I think the biggest part of 9, in my opinion, was okay. First off, real quick, there is a scene. Actually, no, we'll do the scene first. So, Shiv and Tom have a little chat, and Tom. This is where Tom officially finds out that Shiv and Nate had an affair.
Yeah.
They did a little boink. And I guess it's like, eye for eye, where Tom explicitly got head from someone else, so she felt like she should tell him, and this is a fucking insane scene where she's just like, I don't think I could be in a monogamous relationship, and she tells that to her husband.
It's
to be
Yeah.
It's
it's
heartbreaking.
on the wedding day.
It's so
It's
bad.
heartbreaking.
It's so
And
that was such crazy writing.
It's kind of like a way for Tom to not feel bad about his cheating.
Yeah, I guess.
Because like he obviously his fact that she cheated, but it's like, this is a way for me to stay with her with not feeling bad about
because he felt
what happened.
He tried to
He
checked in
did
with her
feel
like
guilty.
But also, it's manipulative from Shiv to do that when, I don't know if that's exactly what she wants, but it's kind of a way to excuse the cheating.
Also, in the prenup, they talked about like infidelity or something. There's some like small details.
Yeah.
But like, anyways,
It just seems very manipulative from both sides.
I will say it sucks for me because I'm a script supervisor in a lot of like thesis films and stuff. I pay attention to continuity and stuff. So Tom is sitting on the front of the chair.
Oh boy, here we go.
Here we go.
And
Here
the
we go.
camera is here. They cut here to a different camera, and he's sitting on this side of the chair, and the chair is like partially blocked. And I noticed the fucking tiny difference in continuity, and I was out of the fucking scene. It's not. I'm not. This is not a diss against the show because shows do this all the time. Movies do all this all the time. It's
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah.
It's a diss against me because my fucking brain is rotting from all this film shit that I have to know. That I'm noticing, like in season 2, there's like a tiny scene where like Shiv's hair got blown by the wind at the last second, so her hair is in a different position in the next shot, and I'm just like, my fucking brain gets out of it so
ridiculous.
fast.
You need to get into the editing room and solve some problems.
I can't solve that in post. Move her fucking hair back. No, it's not their fault. It's me just being.
Hey,
psychotic.
Everything Everywhere All at Once edited that one character out of the scene, so
They also did have a. They did
Cry?
have a continuity error. They just took a mask off twice.
Oh,
We'll talk about that in the EAAO app. Anyways, episode
That's
9.
it for episode 9.
I would say, what do you guys think?
I'd put it
Above 8 or
around-
below 8?
I'd put it not
I was gonna
with
say
6 or 8. I'd put it either right above 4 or at the back end of the green.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
I think that's. I'd take mid.
Same tier.
Honestly, I think this is
Same
fine.
tier as
I
8
think
and
right
6,
here is
but
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I remember it being better, but then I really think that I got the high from 7 being so good.
Right.
7 is so easily
7
my
is-
favorite.
It's
great.
such a good app.
All right, and 10. Oops, 10. Hit us, Sam.
So, final ep. Roman faces technical difficulties. Tom marks his territory. Kendall
Oh,
hits
it's part.
rock bottom.
Okay. Honestly, again, we're super over, so we gotta go real quick.
Yeah.
10.
It's 10.
I know, but like honestly, it was again mostly like tension building. I will say, like I feel like in practice, not a lot technically happens in the show, but like
No.
the way they get to things and the way they flesh out characters.
It's super well paced.
There's so
it's
much to talk
amazingly
about.
Paced.
But like we can't go into the nitty gritty in the fucking podcast. If we want to, we can analyze one episode.
Right.
But for
We
now,
can't
like this
get
is like
into
a
it.
season fucking thing, and I gotta edit all this, and I don't really have the time, so we gotta.
Whippy!
Anyways,
I mean, the feeling after 10 is just like, wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely wow.
Amazing.
so
He tells Logan about the bear hug. He lets him know because now they're like,
They're
we
going
have
public.
to push this thing.
Yeah.
We have to make it public before it leaks. So they're telling everybody, and this is the first time where we really see Logan
like
kind of
desperate.
panicked.
Desperate. He's not even proud of Kendall for basically having the killer instinct.
And he's also not even like looking down, like that was such a dumb fucking idea. Like this is like
No,
a legitimate
he's like,
threat.
He's like, this could actually be the fucking end here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
He needs an upper hand, but he doesn't know
He
how
doesn't
he's going to
fucking
get
find it.
Yeah.
But before we get to the upper hand,
Well, yeah.
let's talk about Greg's first, or sorry, Tom and Greg's first major W's. Let's go to Tom first, because Tom, yeah, we
I
kinda
don't
shit
remember the
talked.
Tom one.
Tom was like, talk to Shiv about all this. He's like, okay, can I kick out Nate? And she's like, yeah. 'Cause that's
Oh,
really
yeah.
awkward.
Oh, yeah, I
And
remember.
He goes up to Tom, or he goes up to Nate, and he's just like, "Hey, Nate, so your accommodations actually got like messed up, and you don't have a place to stay tonight." And he's like, "Oh no, it's okay, I'll figure it out." No, you have to leave the premises. There's the subtext. of, like,
Yeah,
get
you
the
have
fuck
to.
out.
You have to go.
And he's like, "Okay, I'll finish drinking this wine and then I'll leave." And he's just like, "My parents paid for this wine, so you can give me back the wine."
It was such a good scene.
I can't do justice because Tom's actor suddenly goes from this like kind of pathetic guy to fucking big dicking.
give the
Matthew
wine back.
McFadden is incredible.
And then he's like,
Oh my god, that
He's
scene
so
is
good.
awesome.
Matthew McFadden plays Tom.
Maddie McFadden is such a
Matthew
great
McFadden.
name.
I saw him. I was watching a football game recently, and he was in the commercial, and he
Yeah.
had his suit and tie on, and I'm like, this is amazing. I love him.
He's great in season 1, but he shines even more in.
Okay,
Yeah.
shit. And so he's like, put the wine back, and he's pouring the wine back into the bottle, and it looks like he's about to spill it, like on purpose. Like, don't make a fucking mess. And then he goes back to doing.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
He big dicks Tom so hard, and it's an incredible scene.
Yeah.
And then Nate is gone. We don't know what happened to him now.
Yeah.
He fucks off.
Yeah.
But
And
it's
then
Tom's first moment of like, fuck, I'm better than this.
Oh, and then Greg
Greg's
takes
first
a
W.
huge W
You spill it.
because if you remember back,
the thing.
Greg had shredded all of the papers
Wink.
regarding the payoffs, but he tells Kendall that actually he made quite a few copies of said papers as leverage,
Of course.
and is holding on to them. And it comes out of absolute nowhere where you're like, what? Greg?
What a move!
He's becoming more like that. He's starting to get that experience.
And I will say, now that I think about it, for now it's like, oh, fucking good moves, Greg. But when we go on, we might see Greg, like, don't spoil.
Okay.
But, like, we might see him, like, corrupt into, like, something truly evil.
That's true.
Would be
This could be
so
the
sad.
this could be the domino.
That'd be so sad.
It was like,
because
yeah.
Greg wants to, because he knows that the family's going to shit. So he's just like, I want some leverage. So, like, if I'm with Waystar, zip. Close my mouth. But then if Waystar goes down, I can be like, I have evidence against them. Keep me in the loop. You can have it.
Right.
And then he has a fucking massive, incredible, great paying job.
Yeah, he has so much leverage by copying those papers. And Tom didn't expect. Tom's just like, oh, he's just going to do
Tom doesn't even
whatever
know.
I want.
Tom does not know.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
It's so unexpected because you wouldn't expect Greg to make like a power
Greg
like
made
that.
a fucking dude. Everyone is
And
making
at first,
moves.
it looks like kind of like dumb. Like, oh, why the fuck would you copy that? Are you trying to get yourself killed? But then it's like, oh, that's leverage.
Trying to get himself some
Trying
paper
to get yourself paper.
with those papers.
So
Yeah.
true. So
And now
true.
we're here. We're at the final frontier. Kendall is still struggling with the drugs, with the drug addiction. He's been looking for Ket ever since episode 8.
He has been.
Yep.
And he's talking to this guy, the kid who spilled the drink on Logan.
Yeah, he's a waiter.
He spilled drink on accident, and he got fired, but he got paid for the rest of the day. He got compensated very well. And he's just like, do you have any weed? Because he knows that he can. He's like, that he can smoke, but he only has like, what is it? Something.
He only has like
It's like LSD, or I don't remember.
he doesn't have what Kendall's
He
looking
doesn't have
for.
Ket,
Yeah.
or no, he has Ket, but he wants cocaine. That's what it is. The kid found Ket,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Ketamine.
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 Um,
And
he
yeah.
wants cocaine. He's like, do you know any cocaine people? He's like, well, I do, but he's like, not here. And let's fucking go. And he's driving a manual car, and
Kendall has to drive.
Kendall has to drive because the kid's fucked up.
But Kendall hasn't really
Wait.
driven that much.
He's
Yeah.
driven a lot, and he's
Kendall
driving a
doesn't
manual.
drive because he gets chauffeured around.
Yeah, he
and
gets
then
driven around.
this kid starts saying some weird shit, and the kid's just like, he's like, yeah, I don't drive because I'm very, very rich, and people drive me around. Oh, you are rich? Yeah, I am. So if I kidnapped you right now, it would be good for me. He's just like, yeah.
Yeah, they
would
start
be.
going on this kidnapping
Yeah,
tangent
and
that
it's just
felt
like,
very uncomfortable.
I know
Yeah.
a shed nearby that I could just lock you in for days and weeks.
And they were kind of like, Kendall was joking back and
Yeah.
forth, but it felt
it was
so,
so awkward. It was so
awkward.
tense.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
There's
a deer
Here in the middle
in
of the
the
road.
middle of the road, and the kid's like, "Watch out!" And he grabs the wheel, like flings it to the right, and guess what's to the right? A fucking lake.
rock bottom, literally.
Car in the lake, upside down,
Yeah.
freaking out. Kendall gets himself free, tries to dive
This
down.
kid is high off his ass. He does not know left from right.
Just
So he
gone.
drowns.
He
fucking
does.
drowns, and then
he does.
Kendall has to walk back.
Well, first, I think Kendall kind of
He
tries
tries
to
to
save
look,
him,
come back
but
down.
he realizes he
can't.
can't.
He
Yeah.
he does not have the physical
can't.
ability to do so.
Yeah.
So he walks back, and he has to break into. This is really clever. He has to break into the house because he doesn't have his key card because it's somewhere in the car.
Yeah.
He breaks into the house, cuts himself a little, showers, goes to bed. In the morning, he checks if it was real. Looks at his arm. There's a cut. There's a scar.
There's a cut from the class.
Insane,
So
very
good.
clever shit. And
It's so good.
in the morning, his dad's like, "So one of the servers was found dead in a lake."
Uh-huh.
And you're
And he's trying. Kendall is trying so hard to keep it together, but he can't.
and is like, and your key card was found there. And it seems like, and this is the upper hand. And we all think, oh my fucking goodness, Logan is gonna demolish him. And
Right.
he's just like, that kid was a thief, wasn't he? He was
Yup.
on Ket. He stole from your room and then went on a drug fueled bender.
Yeah.
Right, right.
He
Kendall?
stole your key card. Instead of he covers for Kendall.
He covers
Yep.
his ass.
He could have. This news of Kendall, pretty much because Kendall was the driver And
of the bear
of
hug.
the car. He would have been done. He would have been done for.
Because he
even
knows-
if he didn't go to jail because he's rich, like the bear hug would fail because like the stocks plummet, bang, done. Kendall's out of the game.
Right.
you know?
But also he knows that if he started accusing Kendall, Kendall wouldn't fess up to it at all. Probably he would fight
It would
against
be a bloody war.
But because
Kendall
he
loses.
kind of offered an out, Kendall was like, yeah, I did it. And the way Logan acts in the scene, like
He's
he
so
actually
caring.
acts like a father,
Yeah.
caring. but it's also like, well, of course he's gonna do that because he, you know,
we don't know if it's a play or not.
we don't know if it's a play. Kendall views it as like this is his father
This is his
being
only.
there for him.
This is really his only
Truly,
option.
yeah.
Right.
They leak it and he goes down, or he just sucks it up, and this is
Right.
this is his only out. He is in such a bad spot.
And it's so good.
Kendall
love
breaks
how-
down. I love that scene. He
Dude,
breaks
his
down.
actor is so good.
I love Jeremy Strong.
Jeremy Strong was such
So good.
he
Underrated.
like the first like breakdown of like because he has low points, but like he legitimately breaks down as a fucking human being.
Yep.
And then his, do you know who plays his father? Who's Logan?
Brian Cox.
Brian Cox is just like this is literally the first time where he's like legitimately like, it's okay, son. You know, you're my number one boy. You're
Number
really
one boy.
That is
I've
my-
gone back and watched
That
that
is
scene.
such
wanna
a
watch it.
great
Good.
scene.
The acting in the show, some of the best acting, like, period. It's
Yeah.
the fact that they got the cast of actors that they did.
Everyone's so good. I can't think of one person that I didn't like to promote.
no.
Marsha was incredibly like mysterious. Logan was a fucking steel wall. Connor was like this weird fucking like hybrid man.
You know what's funny
You
about
know?
Connor? Connor's actor. I was watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and I'm like, that kid looks really familiar. And then I looked it up. I'm like, that's Connor, like 20 years younger.
Damn.
No
Crazy.
way.
Holy shit.
That is crazy.
But one more thing about Kendall. I love how the drug plot line wasn't just kind of like a side thing. I love how it's kind of what
It's over.
it was his
overarching.
demise. It
Yeah.
was his.
It took him down,
blew
yeah.
up in his face. You know, it would have. He would have been CEO if he wasn't.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
No,
but-
the bear hug would have worked. He would have been CEO, but he took himself down.
Crazy
Yep.
shit. And Sam and I have seen episode 1 of season 2. We're watching 2 to 3 episodes every week until we get it done. So whenever that's done, we'll do Succession season 2.
I can't wait.
Hell yeah. So we're putting 10. I think 10 is right below 7. I think that's fair. I thought 10 was super fucking good.
Okay, I like 10 more than 7, but either's
I
fine.
could see either or, honestly.
Okay, well, I have the mouse, so go fuck yourself. So here we
putting
are.
everything
Marble
everywhere.
therapy.
Oh, wait. What's the marble that we wanted to set? Oh, yeah. So real quick before we end the app, we are making 2 bets on marbles. Number 1, if GTA 5 sells
GTA 6.
Sorry, fuck. GTA 6. If GTA 6 sells
Wow.
a certain amount of copies, someone will have to do 2 people have to do a marble. Whoever's the farthest. I said 20 mil, you said 17.5, he said 15.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Copy.
right
No
in the
copies.
middle.
So whoever's the closest doesn't have to do a marble, and the others have to do them. So, and then also, there's a dump button in radio if someone says something that's against regulations. So whoever has to get dumped the most also has to do a marble.
Yes.
Right now it's 1-1-0 and Kaley 0. So we'll
I'll
see.
get you.
It's early. Yeah, we're gonna
You guys
get
are gonna
get
bait
him.
me into being
Yeah.
like, so Lance, like, what's your favorite like swear word? Hypothetically, could you just say it like into the mic?
$4,000 down the drain.
Bait used to be believable.
But
Been watching too
yeah,
much Succession.
that was the Succession tier. This is like one of our first. This is like one of our biggest tier lists.
Yeah,
True.
Could we do it for the other seasons too?
We're doing this for every season. Yeah,
Nice.
I think once we're done with the whole series, we'll do a series general like tier list for each
Okay.
season.
Hell
I'm gonna have
yeah.
to watch a good amount of season 3 and some of season 2 with you because
Yeah.
I watched them a long time ago.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. But yeah. Also, next ep, Argyle ep, gonna be good shit.
Heck yeah.
Barguile.
Woo! Bryan
Barguile.
Cranston is in it. He smokes meth.
Dua Lipa's in it.
She
Dua
smokes
Lipa's
meth.
in it?
Smoking.
She smokes
hot.
meth.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Holy fuck. Yeah, no.
damn.
Succession is good.
Succession
Session's good.
is
Go
very
watch
good.
it. Call to action.
Please go watch it.
Go watch the damn show. It's good.
Yeah.
You know how hard
yeah,
it was
yeah.
to not say go watch Succession
Dude, I know.
on the radio. You can't do any calls
Did
to
we
action.
talk about Succession on the radio?
We did.
Oh,
A little
that's
bit.
right.
Yeah, but we didn't make the whole
Oh
thing.
my god, that was I didn't even realize.
It's so hard not to say just, oh, go check it out. Like,
It's such a thing to
Can't
just say,
do that.
you know.
This is
but
a smart
it's
person
it's
would
so dumb.
engage in such.
if
things.
you are so inclined, watch Succession.
If you are so inclined,
it's
take the
available.
proper
Go
proceedings.
do it if you want.
I'm scared to say like it's on Max even, you know? Like that's just so spooky.
ADHD
Anyways,
ball.
this is
ADHD
so bad.
ball.
No, that's dead. I'm sad.
Oh,
Say goodbye.